Hey, Jen here. I wanted to give you an update on the move and also what's going on with my Jeep and why I feel like Jeep kind of left us homeless for a little bit and with not many options. On Friday, May 1st, I went to move the Jeep out of the garage so we could start loading our pods up, and my check engine light was on. I thought it was very strange because we had just drove the day before. I charged it overnight, had no issues at all. So I called my dealership to see if I could get it in right away for them to find out what was wrong with it and let them know that we were down to only the Jeep and that we were moving in 11 days, and the Jeep was supposed to take us from Michigan to Utah. So I took it in. Later that day, I get a phone call with the bad news that I need a new hybrid battery. But they did give me a loaner for the week. They said they were going to put a rush on the battery, but it was going to take until probably Monday before they could do that because it was late on Friday when they discovered what was wrong. So I posted on the 4xe Facebook page just because seeing what other people had, what their wait time was with their hybrid battery, things like that. And basically everybody told me not to plan on my Jeep going with me to Utah. It's been taking a couple months. Thankfully, somebody had tagged the Jeep Cares, so they reached out to me and started a case. So I have been talking with my dealership and Jeep. A battery has been ordered for me. It wasn't approved until like late in the week. And also I've been trying to call on Wednesday of the following week just to find out like what's the likelihood that I was going to be able to drive my Jeep from Michigan to Utah. The other thing is we didn't have an option to not leave on Sunday. Our house sold. We signed the papers on Friday. The person was supposed to take ownership that day. Thankfully, we got it extended for 2 days. So on Mother's Day, we packed up and drove out here because the guy was moving in on that Monday. The other thing is we have 2 dogs and a cat. So it's really hard to just stay with friends or family or in a hotel, things like that. So I was trying to figure out what a plan B was going to be. And finally, like I said, on Wednesday, when they confirmed I wasn't going to be able to take the Jeep, we looked into renting a cargo van. It was hard to get one that would allow us to pick it up in Michigan and drop it off in Utah. And so we had to drive an hour away to be able to get it. And so when I called the dealership to find out when I had to return the truck, they said, you can keep it through the weekend. And so I was like, okay, perfect. I'll drop it off on Sunday. Oh, well, we're closed on Sunday. Okay, well then I'll have somebody drop it off for me on Monday. You can, it's in your name. Okay, so when do I have to have it dropped off? Saturday by 2:00. Unfortunately, we had to be picking up the van around that same time. It's hard to be able to pick up a vehicle, drive it back, down a vehicle. Anyway, thankfully we had a friend who was going that way. They dropped us off, made sure everything was good. So then this week, now that we are here in Utah, I've been trying to figure out how to get my Jeep here, and when I can get it here. Unfortunately, the dealership and Jeep are not giving me an update right now on when that battery is going to arrive. I'm not sure, again, how it's going to get out here and who's going to have to pay for it. I am going to submit the $50 reimbursement that they're going to give me for the van per day of having it, but it's only going to cover a little bit of it. But it's just unfortunate because Jeep knows that they've been having this issue with the hybrid battery, and they're basically just waiting for them to fail. If it happened a couple months ago or even today, it wouldn't seem like as big of a deal, but it happened just before we were getting ready to make this cross-country move. And so it's turned into a huge deal, and I feel like they're not really helping to get this resolved. And I feel like there's things that they could or should be doing to help with that. So right now, I'm going to say my video is to be continued. I hope you will come back and check future videos to see what my update is, and hopefully I can give good news and when the Jeep has arrived in Utah. Till then, see you later.